What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode here on Ray's Night Shift, where we talk about everything streaming related. Today we're going to be talking about tips to get big on Twitch. I keep seeing this get posted over and over on forums and stuff like that, so it's a pretty redundant topic to say the least, but you know what? It's an important topic. Now, I've made plenty of videos now talking about business and pretty much your gear, and you can go ahead and check those out after this one, but for the most part, if we're talking about how to get big on Twitch, we got to look at it kind of like, we got to bring it down because it's so grandiose if you say, I got to get big on Twitch. Well, what is big to you? Is big to you 10 viewers, 100 viewers, 1,000, 2,000, 16,000? It really depends on what your definition is of big. And the reason I say that is because it's pretty much like being out in the open water. Like, if you don't know where you're going, you're gonna have a bumpy ride. But then again, we are talking about the water, so you are going to have a wavy ride. But seriously, you got to start off with a foundation. After you pretty much set your goals, you're gonna have to really start going towards it. So you have to kind of see where you're at. If you have zero social media platform following, like literally just starting from scratch, it's going to take you way longer. I guess the way I look at it is kind of like working out. If in the beginning you've never worked out a day in your life, right, it's going to be kind of a shocker once you start going into the motions of going to the gym, eating right. So keeping that same analogy, think about it that way. If you are out of shape and you want to get into shape, right, and in this case it would be like becoming a big streamer, you have to see what step one is. And step one is finding a plan on how to get there, because if you go to the gym and you don't know how to use any of the equipment, well, you're kind of stuck there. So research more or less what path you want to go on and use that approach. So before I throw in too many details, I'll lighten it to this. If there is just nobody watching you, right, you have zero social media, and you just have a Twitch channel, for example, start going to other Twitch channels that make content more or less around what you do. If you like playing Warzone, go find people that are playing Warzone that are around your level and collab with them. Maybe they only have about 2-3 people watching them, and maybe that's all you want to start with, just to give you a little bit of motivation, right? Kind of like when you first start buying supplements and stuff like that in the gym, keeping that analogy going, right? So we're meeting people to keep us motivated, to stick to the craft and have fun with it. So that's one way of starting off. It's just networking. There's plenty more branches and we're going to get into it. So now that we have our base and really we got to start nurturing it, is our small community of say 3 to 6 random, Twitch streamers that have a small following that, are cool with you and you're cool with them. Now you have a little small little community, right, of friends that you have now. So once you have that, you can really get in tune with what it's like to be streaming and work the kinks out on your stream so you can do it on the weekend. So the way I equate it to is during the week, you do the stuff no one sees you do, kind of like YouTube videos, TikTok, Twitch. No, Twitch is the weekend. So pretty much do your social media stuff during the week. And if you can fit in streaming because you have more hours in the day, then by all means do it. But if you're doing like a full-time job and you're trying to be a Twitch streamer on the side, then yeah, you're going to have to be grinding during the week. And then on the weekend, whenever you're off, that's when I would really try to get into streaming, because people are going to see it in your face that this dude is tired. And it's cool making videos when you're tired. Ask me how I know. Because you can actually get through the conversation relatively easy within a couple minutes, whereas streaming is like really long platform. So after a while, you do get burned out quite a bit if you get off of work and you just start streaming for several hours. So that would be my tip. So starting a YouTube channel, a TikTok, really any kind of social media background, along with, building a small little community on Twitch is going to be the way to go. The next is going to be, well, on you. This is going to be completely on you. It's going to be coming down to your confidence. And how do you find that? I know a lot of people want to get into Twitch and, they're very shy in front of the camera. I'll tell you how to fix that. When it comes to building confidence and being comfortable in front of the camera, the best advice I would give you is talk about stuff that you know about. I mean, really, I could talk about like really whether the camera was on or off right now. If someone asked me these questions, how to get big on Twitch and what is my fundamental process, I could talk the same way I'm talking right now to just somebody that just asked me this question in real life. So I really don't have to think too much about it. So I noticed there was a huge transition between my earlier videos and now, because back then I feel like I was trying to almost be someone that, not necessarily fake or someone that I wasn't. I just didn't know what I was doing. I just see people, reviewing headphones and they sound like this, and they're persuading people like this, and they're showing their product and do it. That's not me. I'm more easy, laid back, and that's more of my style. Really quick, if you guys are new to the channel, consider subscribing. I do make streaming content on a weekly basis. My thing is trying to get you guys better, not only in streaming, but also taking these values into any endeavor you do in life. So if you like that kind of content, consider subscribing, and hitting that thumbs button really helps me out. So let's keep going on with the video. So an analogy that I would use to pretty much back up what I was just saying is think of someone that's really great in sports. Think of who's good in football, who's a good quarterback. Tom Brady. Let's say Tom Brady was playing, let's say, basketball, right? Let's trade Tom Brady and LeBron James, right? They're both amazing athletes for what they do, right? Whether you love them or hate them does not matter. At the end of the day, they're really good at their sports. What if we were to switch them? I do not think Tom Brady would do good in the NBA. I do not think that LeBron James would do really good as a quarterback in the NFL. It's different styles, different suits. At the end of the day, you could debate, but at the end, that's their style. So embrace your style, and don't shy away from it. The sooner you find your style and you just don't care, and you're just like, this is me, honestly, this is what I'm like in real life, the easier it's going to get talking to a camera, because it doesn't matter. You're not hiding anything. It's just you. So that's really all there is to it. So the next part's going to be on you, how high you want to grow. So how big do you want to be on Twitch? How big of a streamer do you want? How big of a company do you want? The rest is all up to you. Like how much can you avoid burnout? How many more problems can you solve? And how eager are you to improve your company and yourself? Because that's really, the rest is just a complete mystery. No one can tell you how far you're going to go except, well, for yourself. You're the only one that can make you stop doing a certain thing. So this part's completely on you, but I will give you some advice. So now that you have a small community, and you also have your content creation on the side, and you're growing it, you're consistent, you're not burning out, and you're taking breaks whenever you need them, the rest is going to be completely up to you. And this is where the part of the video that stops shifting so much on tips and advice, and more so where you got to ask yourself and dig deep. Is this something you really want? The beautiful part is, say you're not really into streaming. I guarantee you, if you take these values into any endeavor of your life, you're going to be pretty successful. I mean, really all it is hard work and consistency, and really good strategies. So I'm giving you guys a decent strategy. The rest is just completely onto you, whether you're consistent on it and you innovate. But I will give you some advice that I can help potentially keep it fresh for you. So I'll give you guys this story. I mean, what if we all stopped at elementary school, or middle school, or high school, or college, or trade school, or at our first job, at our second job? You see what I mean? The goalpost just keeps getting pushed further and further backwards. Like I said, fortunately, all these strategies I'm giving you will work for all endeavors of life as far as building something. So, I mean, at the end of the day, how hungry are you? And look at problems that need fixing. I think one of the most perfect examples of finding something that needs fixing and then going after it is Harris Heller. I mean, there's no denying that that dude, he could have just stopped at making YouTube videos, but he saw a hole in the market for, oh, well, copyright is a big issue on Twitch and you can't use music, so everyone's getting flagged. Why don't I make my own music and distribute it for free and get some AdSense off Spotify and stuff like that? That is crazy, you know, but he wouldn't have that opportunity to give that leap of faith had he not started the structure of all his other projects. So much respect to that guy. And it's good examples to see if, you know, it's good when people succeed, and you should always be happy when people do succeed, because you can do it yourself. You just need the opportunity and to actually build something that'll get you there to begin with. Again, you could have stopped at elementary, but you didn't. You kept going. And if you didn't get to go to elementary, say whatever, you never went to school, you still can use these strategies to build you up into whatever you want. So it's really not an excuse. And, you know, we all have setbacks and stuff like that. So at the end of the day, personal accountability is something we should all strive for. So now that we've gone over making a small community on Twitch, if you can, making videos outside, starting a structured business plan, and talking about really endurance and consistency and stuff like that, the last thing I could really tell you is just always look for bigger mountains to climb. I mean, even if you think that 1,000 viewers is great, right? What can you do to give back to those thousands of viewers? Like, why do they watch you, and what do you give back? If you're giving back companionship and, you know, just a fun place to get away, that's great. But you should always be looking to, how can I give more back? How can I give more back? Because whenever you give back to a community, you get so much more than you put in, because really there's so many takers out there that just want stuff. I just want your money. I just want your donations. Switch your mindset, create value. Like I said, I mean, at the end of the day, that example with Stream Beats and Harris Heller is a huge give back to the community. So think of things like that. You don't have to copy him necessarily, but look at people like that do truly give back to the community outside of just, you know, making videos and stuff like that. You should always be looking at what is next. And if you do that, I guarantee you are going to make it big, not only on Twitch, but in any aspect in your life. But with that said, I hope you enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, and if you want to catch me live on Twitch, I do stream there when I'm not working or working on this YouTube channel or building stuff. You know, I do like to stream, believe it or not. So you can catch me there on Ray's Night Shift. But with that said, I really hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.